What if the Toba Super Eruption had been worse? This alternate reality, which we call the Ash Age, is forged by a more severe impact from the youngest Toba eruption, which occurred approximately 74,000 years ago. In our original timeline, its effects resulted in a genetic bottleneck. In this alternate reality, the Ash Age, the resulting volcanic winter is globally catastrophic, causing a much deeper and longer-lasting plunge in human population and technological development. The cataclysm, 74,000 YBP. The youngest Toba eruption in this reality is a near-extinction level event, creating a volcanic winter that lasts for 2 decades with a global temperature drop severe enough to cause widespread crop failure and ecological collapse across the northern hemisphere and much of the tropics. The global human population is reduced to less than 500 humans, confined primarily to coastal refugia in South Africa and potentially Australia, where the marine resources offer a sustainable, if meager, diet. Other hominin species perish entirely. All pre-existing regional technological advancements are lost. Survivors focus entirely on basic shelter and subsistence, halting the development of complex stone tool industries like the Levallois technique. The Ash Age, from survival to slow ascent. Life for the survivors is a constant struggle against the cold and famine for millennia. The sheer drop in population and the vast distances between the tiny surviving groups create a world of extreme isolation and intense local adaptation. The long winter, 74,000 YBP to 50,000 YBP. The primary focus is raw survival. Technology is limited to the most basic unstandardized Oldowan-style choppers and flakes. Symbolic culture, if it exists, is highly ephemeral, leaving almost no archaeological trace. The small bands, 50,000 YBP to 10,000 YBP. As the climate slowly warms, the small, isolated groups begin to expand slightly. Social interaction is extremely localized and intensely cooperative within the band, but intergroup contact is rare and often hostile due to the extreme resource scarcity. The development of complex, standardized tools, microlithics in our timeline, is significantly delayed and only appears in localized pockets after 15,000 YBP. The first bridges, 10,000 YBP to 2,000 YBP. Global sea levels rise again, further isolating groups, yet a slow technological convergence begins. The knowledge of using bone and shell for tools spreads along southern coastlines. The concept of widespread agriculture is discovered and rediscovered multiple times, but the scarcity of domesticated animals limits its transformational power since many species having gone extinct. There are no major Old World continents, like Africa or Europe and Asia, because the supereruption caused an extended ice age that lowered sea levels and allowed for limited intercontinental travel, but the subsequent warming drowned the critical land bridges, delaying migration. The world remains largely isolated into 5 major cultural blocks. South coastal dwellers, in what we know as Africa. Island hopper groups in Australia and New Guinea. Sun hunters in East Asia. North ice pioneers in Europe and North Asia. And lastly, the western coast tribes in the Americas. The Age of Iron, 2000 YBP to 2025 CE. The process of metallurgy is discovered in various isolated locations around 1500 YBP. Without the dense interacting populations of the Afro-Eurasian landmass of our reality, the Iron Age unfolds slowly and unevenly across the cultural blocks. Communication is limited to basic maritime trade, and a global exchange of ideas, like the one that led to the Industrial Revolution in our timeline, never materializes. Formalized monotheistic religion does not emerge. Instead, all groups retain localized animist traditions of varying complexity, revering the natural world and the scarce resources it provides. Present day, 2025 CE. The world of the Ash Age is a mosaic of isolated, technically advanced, yet small civilizations. The most advanced societies, primarily the island hopper and sun hunter blocks, have reached a level of technology roughly equivalent to 18th century Europe in our timeline, but without the globalized trade and energy demands. They utilize steam power and advanced clockwork mechanics for manufacturing and local transport. Aeronautics is non-existent due to a lack of coordinated industrial-scale research and manufacturing. The global population is only around 300 million people. Megacities are rare. The largest settlements are coastal towns or river valley communities. Larger-scale conflict is limited due to low population density and difficulty in sustaining large armies over long distances. World wars are impossible. Most conflict is local inter-tribal raiding or skirmishes between rival city-states over resource-rich fishing grounds or arable land. There is no concept of a world government or a single dominant ideology. Resources remain a major driver. Due to the limited scale of industrialization, the world has not seen the extensive resource depletion, pollution, or climate change of our reality. Petroleum is known but is a local, high-value commodity, not a global energy source. Coal and wood are the primary energy resources. The Ash Age is a quiet, low-density world, a testament to the resilience of humanity, but also a stark reminder of the immense societal loss caused by a single, greater natural catastrophe. If you enjoyed this experience, leave a comment with an idea you would like brought to life in the next video. Thanks for watching.